No Mordor so far, no Volko so far. Is that going to change? Probably not. If it does, it's more likely to be a Volko than a Mordor. But we're going to find out. We are loading in to game number 1 in our grand final. It is game on.
Hide in your shadows, old scum.
Dragon against DeathShoot.
DeathShoot on King Puff. And we got Volko for Dragon. Not even rocking the Dragon skin, but that's alright.
I think I got Volko in your mind. You mean Valorian.
Oh, Valorian.
That's my fault.
Absolutely.
Sorry,
yeah.
Tom. I was inside of you for a moment.
I mean, I am free of blame always.
Right. Okay, so what do we have? Deadshot has a fairly typical King Puff deck so far. Lots of split units to generate those Night Puffs if we get to perk 3. Massive Smite coming in there. Activated Smite with the Empyrean Army buff. 5 Empyrean cards. Werewolf we've seen so many times. Okay, Harbinger.
Yeah, pretty interesting.
Now we saw the Harbinger was
for Dragon before. Dragon was using that deck, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Dragon against Nataraja, was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
We saw that the Harbinger was just a pain. Does Deadshot have tools to deal with it? He has Unholy Ground. He's a little bit unsure what to play there.
Yeah, he did burn a mana or two, it seemed like, yeah. Sometimes there are valuable reasons to burn mana. That was he needed to make up his mind, right? So it's better than wasting a card and you know, throwing away value, but you are losing value when you're burning mana there.
Yeah. Now, he does have the Unholy Ground, so he can bring that Harbinger down and the melee units can start shredding it if that's appropriate. But let's see how he deals with it. Dragon's going to know that Harbinger is a pain for DeathShoot, and he's going to be looking to remove any potential counters to that Harbinger if he can. There we go. Boom.
Dragon in a commanding lead right here with bridge control and board presence right now.
Yep. There we see the Unholy Ground. Does he have enough DPS?
Dealing well with the Fire Imp too. Yeah, got enough DPS on that Harbinger.
That's a lot of face damage to DeathShoot there, dropping nearly half his HP on that push. Big XP lead right now for Dragon.
Gonna take some more damage here. It's tough to stop these units that are on face, and the incremental healing the Valorian provides is valuable when you're squeezing damage on face here.
Yep, like that Legionnaire survived when it would have died.
And this Whirly's gonna be alive for a little bit. I mean, it's gonna heal, yeah.
Yep, King Puff's hits hard but slow.
Yeah, it does.
So he will deal with this, but
heals again.
Eventually.
Keep it alive. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of a crime to not use the birthday skin, but I guess that's alright too. So...
We won't hold that against him. Again, he's burning mana, not too sure what to do. He doesn't want to play his ranged units. He knows they're going to get removed. It's so difficult for him to deal with.
And not even going to aggro on the Harbinger, right? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta let the Harbinger come over, but if you're not putting units on the board, you're not getting bridges, right? It's like really a catch-22. Do you want the Harbinger to pick apart your units, or do you want to lead experience? And Dragon is closing out this game. Next time he organizes a push, it could be the last time.
Yeah, Deadshot's been taking substantial face damage on every push. Not only that, he's falling further and further behind on XP. Burning mana, a little bit Dragon there, not entirely sure what to do, but here comes the next push. Harbinger is available. Deadshot doesn't have a good answer to it.
Okay, using the Valorian perk, though, maybe he would have liked that on a different unit besides these Stun Lancers. I mean, it's not a major thing, but he has been getting it, you know, really good use on the Drone Walker or the Fire Imp. I think DeathShoot is saving mana a lot to maybe deal with that, too.
Yeah, it's frustrating because, as you say, he does have the Unholy Ground to deal with it, but he needs, without having pressure, he needs to wait for it to get on his side, and then he gives away the bridges, 300 HP, perk 3 for Dragon. That means the removal, the healing, everything's going to be stronger here.
Okay, good swap there to keep
now the Night Puffs could do a great job against the Harbinger.
Which are coming up soon. Perk 3 is here now for DeathShoot.
It is, but he just used his bridge swap. He doesn't have another one for another 16 seconds.
Dragon is closing in on, you know, Frenzy,
Right.
50 experience away. Now it's not, in the near future, but he's going to reach it before Death Shoot, it seems like.
Bridge switch
Unless these Night
available.
Shoots do some,
Does he?
do
He's
some magic.
struggling to get units on there. Night Puffs are at the bottom. Remember, Night Puffs are going to appear where the units you switch move from. And he would have preferred them at the top, but the top bridge was just locked down. Harbinger's potentially on face. No, not yet.
Oh, it was not. So that was really good use of skeletons there.
Yeah, that's a saving grace for a moment. Does he have the DPS to kill this before it gets here? No. Next one's coming
There's
as
another
well.
Harbinger.
Oh, this is just... We've seen the Harbinger be a pain on a couple of occasions.
It's gonna. Oh, I thought I was about to get ungrounded there. It was so close. And I don't know if you're as familiar with this. Healing used to work different for minions in the air and minions on the ground. Is that still true? And does that impact Valorian's healing? Because
I feel like they removed that.
Yeah, okay. I never knew that. I was confused about that.
I think they removed that. So they used to get like 50% healing, 50% HP. This is going to be the game here.
Yeah, GG.
Ladies and gentlemen, Masters, get ready.
Game number 2.
Masters, get dueling.
You must stand atop a mountain of defeated enemies.
Okay, Death Shoot on Valorian now, and he's rocking the dragon skin.
Augers.
Okay, and Dragon's on Wrecked, and I'm not so familiar with his Wrecked play.
Become more familiar over the next 5 minutes or so.
Yeah. Good use of Smite there to hold the bridge. And that's like an additional value of spells, right? Like you want to be trading mana, you want to be dealing with threats, but like when you could use a spell to maintain control of the bridge, it's just extra value.
Yep.
Ooh, very interesting from Death Shoot using unactivated Ravenous Swarmers to contest this top bridge and force Whirly's
Nothing
threat.
out of them, unfortunately.
Yeah, but if they were activated, they wouldn't have done any better anyways, right? Like, he just wanted to get the bridge and cycle a card, maybe.
See, those
Wow,
Ravenous
that's
Swarmers...
a great split. Oh my god, on those stun lancers, right? Putting one on the Whirly and letting one know, one being out of aggro range to go take the top bridge.
I remember
Super heads up.
I remember a long time ago, Deadshot mentioned something that he was working on. That was something he wanted to add to his repertoire. You know, when you've got 2 stun lancers like that, you only need one of them to stun the unit, so you spawn them in a way so one of them will walk off and grab the bridge, and that's something you can do with a lot of different units, a lot of multi-minion units. Just a little bit, just every little helps.
Yeah, with big hordes, I'll do that often, just in like the middle, where you'll have some skew off to the right side, or the top or bottom bridge rather, and have the other, the majority of them fight whatever you're trying to get to fight. But with stun lancers, it's a little bit, it's harder because they have a big attack range. That lance is like will extend a good bit. So it takes some practice.
Yeah, but it's just a little thing people can start practicing, and it will start paying off in their games. This is all about being efficient.
Here too on the bottom. Yeah.
No whirly scrat attack at all on those Legionnaires.
Yeah, right. And if you would have played those any later, the Whirly would have survived longer and spun. And any earlier, and the Whirly would have spun into him too. So like just incredible timing.
Right, good XP lead for Deadshot to start with here.
Valorian's a bit of a master that kind of scales linearly a little bit. I mean, every perk is nice to have, but no like crazy power spike from like my evaluation.
Yeah. I mean, it's just the same, but just a bit more. Extra healing, extra damage. But that's a lot of face damage. Deadshot was in control, but suddenly Dragon fighting back. Huge face damage. XP's leveled up. Deadshot's still trying to close this push down, and he dropped down to 740 HP.
And Dragon has experience lead now too. He may be down in mana a little bit, but actually he put together a little board presence himself. And this is where One Punch Blast actually can like be pretty, terrorizing when Death Shoot is kind of low on health, and getting those on face is potential for some more damage.
He spawns away from the Whirly Scrap, but he still needs to deal with it. Nice use of the Ravenous Swarmers, but they're not going to have fun against the Whirly Scrap. Valorian trying
against
to
a
kill
wrecked
it.
clone.
Yep, that's true. Okay, 480 HP. It feels like Deadshot's just slowly dying here.
It does seem that way.
What can he do to turn the tide? He's not too far behind on XP. Is his perk 3 going to help him enough? Let's find out. I mean, is he going to get the chance to survive until perk 3?
Mm-hmm. Dragon's got this wall here to be safe for a little bit. Okay, yeah, so Kai brought up an interesting point. You know, people in chat are a little behind us, right? So he's talking about my comment related to like flying units and the healing.
Yeah.
He just checked the heal keyword and it lists that its effectiveness is halved on flying units.
Okay.
It was made that way to be consistent with Spirit, but seems that Spirit got reworked and has full effectiveness on flying. Heal is still halved, which is interesting. But the reason I brought it up was because that unit was the Harbinger was grounded, and even flying units that are grounded receive ground-based healing, right?
Yeah.
And he was getting it from Valorian there, yeah.
Right. XP is Deadshot's problem right now, as well as health. You know, he's not in a strong spot.
Lots of problems.
As well as this big push that's coming.
Yeah, definitely potential to get a blast on face here for Dragon.
Massive smite, but that's
yeah,
only
but
on
not
one lane.
controlling the top bridge, yeah.
Ravenous Swarmer's not going to do very well at the top. Pop.
Boom. Wrecked Clone just pops all those Swarmers, yep. Okay, so he decides to use the blast there.
Yeah, Deadshot hanging in there, but he's just too far behind on XP.
If it goes to Frenzy, I don't see how Dragon will let this slip away. And at this point, I don't know how DeathShoot can contest bridges well enough and protect himself, right? You often are faced with the choice to use resources at the bridges or defensively.
Yep.
And here he's defending, and
Mana Frenzy about to pop for Dragon. Dragon looking to take a 2-0 lead in this grand final. Best of 5. Deadshot stops playing.
Maybe.
He knows.
Yeah.
He knows he couldn't hold on really before Mana Frenzy. Once Mana Frenzy has happened, effectively no chance.
RNGesus, bless me, is Dragon's request.
Okay, Deadshot
And
using...
yeah.
I was going to say Deadshot using the new skin from the Battle Pass for Diona.
Ooh,
Dragon gets...
pretty snazzy.
Dragon gets a blind date.
Not bad. Extra value on a blind date, which already gets value itself.
It's
and
a Gax. Okay.
And that's kind of fine, maybe.
It looks like he's going to get futures out quickly here. He's probably going to get his second future. This seems like...
Oh, this is a Havia deck, yeah.
Okay. Dragon... From my experience, Dragon is relatively comfortable not using his second future as quickly as possible.
Yeah,
that's two
but
Avia
Avia is a slow ramp-up deck, so this would incentivize me as a Casino A type player to play more into it now, right? Because this Avia deck is going to ramp up.
Let's see. Full randomness in action here.
Using Lone Scout.
Deadshot's got a good XP lead to start with.
I love the Ravenous Swarmers too.
Yeah, they are insane. He's got a Shock Rock as well. Like, you can Shock Rock a Whirly, get the Ravenous Swarmers immediately on it, and shred it, I think.
And Avia already got 2 activations on the first play, so that's 2 more activations, which is not that challenging, right? There's one more activation, and it's going to survive this fight. I
think
now, will it get its shield up again? That's the question.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to get it completed here, and you know that's what you're looking for. Get it activated in 2 cycles.
That's the best outcome, typically. Yep, there it is.
Okay, so Avea's going to have that extra power. Right, so
yeah, wow, this is heavily in DeathShoot's favor at this point.
Yep, but Dragon has invested
potential.
his mana into the futures. He has a 2 mana Windwalker Shihao. More tankiness. Can allow him to get to the back line. Could be good against that Flaming. And now here we see some pressure coming.
Yeah, does Dragon have AoE tools to help deal with Avia? He has a Whirly, right, which is pretty helpful for sure.
Yeah, it doesn't trade
did he have the
too
Defenso
well
Chopper
against it,
too?
though.
Yeah. yeah, it's not amazing. Especially with the smite coming in to
Okay.
save the day.
Vayne, of course, getting that extra 100 HP in the latest patch notes,
Okay.
which really helps her survive because she does do that self-damage to her when she attacks.
Self-damage on attack.
Yep. Trigger, which is nice because it triggers her shield, so...
That was like the first change they made to make Avia like semi more viable because it was so hard. When she first came out, her radius was so small, and like your opponents had to play into it. Now that, yeah, she could do it herself. His weight was a significant improvement.
Yeah,
and the
you can
radius
shield things
too,
that are all,
right?
that have already got a shield. So there's a lot of things they changed that made her a lot more appropriate, but maybe too
Dragon
appropriate.
did pretty well with these snipers that came out of the future, and now he's on this next future, and that's a 3-mana statue. It's pretty good.
Yep.
It is going to get wrecked by this Avia because it's a lot of damage in one lane. But...
Yeah, we know the longer this game goes on, the better it's going to get for Dragon. The free cards he's getting from perk 1 and ultimately perk 3, as well as the reduced cards from the futures, make it very
nice heal,
difficult
though,
to play
here,
into.
easily to secure.
Boom Buggy. Right, perk 3 for Deadshot. Extra trap to help him trade.
And Dragon has really narrowed the XP lead to 10. So, getting to Mana Frenzy before DeathShoot probably wins him the game. Competing in mutual Mana Frenzy might even lean in his favor.
Yeah, he's in a good spot now.
And DeathShoot's not making mistakes, though. It's just, Dragon got decent pulls from his...
Just the value, yeah.
Yeah, the value. Playing the value game and can't be punished because DeathShoot is doing like kind of a build-up late game deck.
Deadshot getting a little XP lead, but it's going to come back now. It's Dragon fights back. And remember, if Dragon takes this game, he will win this entire tournament.
That monkey holding the bridge, really nice while fighting. He's going to lose the fight, but holds the bridge for a little bit longer. And that's actually something nice about Windwalker Shihu, is it can jump over the bridge and prevent opponents from putting units on the bridge. If they're expected to come forward and fight. Another heal for DeathShoot on the bottom bridge here is going to be very welcome.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, you got it. Semi-contested.
Right, bit of pressure on the bridge. Is Deathshot getting a little bit of a lead? I mean, this is still game on, I think, but as you say, mutual Mana Frenzy is probably going to be in Dragon's favor.
And the perk 3 for Dragon appears to be the Musketeer, which is a pretty nice unit. Not crazy value. Like, I would almost rather have Spear Throwers to split lanes, but it has a lot of use here.
Flame Imp trading hugely well at the top. Doesn't want it to get too...
5 experience
Oh, that was nice,
difference.
though. Yep.
Ooh.
Oh, that's
Smart
lovely.
heads-up play.
Is he going to kill it? Of
Yeah.
course it is.
Okay, now 10 experience in DeathShoot's favor.
Deadshot's low HP, and these Blood Imps...
Still using imps, and he relies on those imps, right? So the later
Yeah.
the game goes, if he can't use that tool to cycle his deck and grab bridges faster, might push this in Dragon's favor. 5
Yeah,
XP
they haven't really got punished at all, but there's the potential for it.
Yeah, there's no real punishing card in Dragon's deck, right? Like, Musketeer is like the highest in single hit damage unit, maybe, right?
Yep, using the trap to try to keep that... keep that statue busy. Right, Mana Frenzy, let's have a look at it. Deadshot's slightly
close.
ahead. Blood Imp's out. Top bridge is
Losing health,
Deadshot's...
500 health.
Okay. That Flame Imp getting
She
shut
was a
down.
great answer for a backline Fire Imp.
Oh,
who
the
saw it
Whelp,
jump
though.
over.
The Whelp! The Whelp! The Whelp! Oh, goodness me, I
Oh, I
didn't
didn't
even know
even
Deadshot
see
knew
it.
was
Oh,
there.
yeah. I was like, well,
Oh.
GG.
Not sure if Deadshot saw that. Dragon!
It had to come out of the box. I didn't see it. I was looking elsewhere because there was so much going on that late in the game.
Dragon is
Well
our
done by Dragon. And
champion.
Get some channel points back.